Meet the JLTV, Joint Light Tactical Vehicle. Oshkosh Defense has now built more than 18,500 of its Joint Light Tactical Vehicles for the U.S. Army, Marine Corps, and a growing sphere of international partners, hitting a milestone which may only be but a beginning to a decades-long developmental, production, and delivery trajectory. The vehicle is being built to, among other things, replace a large portion of the Army's Humvee fleet. The JLTV represents the next generation of automotive technology in a number of key respects, such as the ability to design a light tactical mobile vehicle with substantial protective ability to defend against a wide range of enemy attacks. The vehicle is designed from the ground up to be mobile and operate with a level of underbody protection equivalent to the original MRAP ATV, mine-resistant, ambush-protected all-terrain vehicle standards. With a curb weight of roughly 14,000 pounds, the JLTV will provide protection comparable to the 25,000-pound MATV, thus combining the mobility and transportability of a light vehicle with MRAP-level protection. The vehicle can reach speeds greater than 70 miles per hour. The vehicle, made by Oshkosh Defense, is also built with a system called TAC-4, Intelligent Independent Suspension System, designed to increase off-road mobility in rigorous terrain, a scenario quite likely should there be a major war. The JLTV is equipped with next-generation sensors and communications technologies to better enhance soldiers' knowledge of a surrounding, fast-moving, dynamic combat situation. TAC-4 can be described as variable ride height suspension, explained as the ability to raise and lower the suspension to meet certain mission requirements, such as the need to raise the suspension in high threat areas and lower the suspension so that the vehicles can be transported by maritime pre-positioned force ships. Also, the JLTV will be able to sling load beneath the CH-53, C-130, or CH-47 under standard conditions. Sling loading the vehicle beneath a large helicopter would give the Army an ability to conduct what they call mounted maneuver, an effort to reposition forces quickly on the battlefield in rough terrain which cannot be traversed another way. What does a JLTV cost? That's tricky. Oshkosh doesn't divulge exact prices. The government's estimated average procurement unit cost per JLTV is $395,000. Once adjusted for inflation, it's $365,000 in 2015 dollars. If you just divide the dollar value of the new contract by the number of vehicles, the average cost per JLTV has fallen below $333,000. But the actual price per JLTV is actually a lot lower than that, because these contracts always include trailers, specialized mission equipment for different JLTV variants, spare parts, and support. When compared with earlier light tactical vehicle models such as the Humvee, the JLTV is being engineered with a much stronger 250 to 360 horsepower engine, banked 6.6-liter diesel engine, and a 570 amp alternator able to generate up to 10 kilowatts of exportable power. In fact, due to the increase in need for onboard power, the vehicle includes the integration of a suite of C4 ISR kits and networking technologies. Army developers explain the JLTV is designed with enough onboard power to support the Army's network and be able to take advantage of the latest generation of diesel engine technology to maximize fuel economy. This is of great relevance given the Army's current emphasis upon networking, as the JLTV will need to power up more computing, electronic sensors, and fire control technology to support a new generation of weapons intended for the modern battlefield. JLTV variants. The JLTV family and its nomenclature evolved throughout the development process, and to date the U.S. Army has allocated M designations to 4 individual JLTV configurations. The utility-based vehicle platform is a 2-door configuration. The general purpose and close combat weapons carrier base vehicle platforms are a 4-door configuration. Standard U.S. military M designators are applied base vehicle platforms when outfitted to a specific mission package configuration. These currently are M1278 Heavy Guns Carrier, General Purpose Vehicle Platform and Heavy Guns Carrier Mission Package Configuration, JLTV HGC, M1279 Utility, Utility JLTV UTL base vehicle platform and utility mission package configuration. M1280 general purpose JLTV GP base vehicle platform and general purpose mission package configuration. M1281 close combat weapons carrier JLTV CCWC base vehicle platform and close combat weapons carrier mission package configuration. JLTV Ambulance. Oshkosh showcased for the first time the JLTV Ambulance at the Association of the United States Army, AUSA, Global Force Symposium in Huntsville, Alabama, from 26 to 28 March 2019. The JLTV Ambulance is based on the utility configuration base platform, and the rear can hold 4 litters or up to 8 seated patients, or a combination of the two. Hybrid Electric JLTV. Oshkosh Defense unveiled the first ever silent drive hybrid electric joint light tactical vehicle, JLTV, the eJLTV. The eJLTV offers the U.S. Army and U.S. Marine Corps the same level of performance and protection as the base JLTV, with the addition of silent drive, extended silent watch, enhanced fuel economy, and increased exportable power that enables it to be used in combat and reconnaissance scenarios. The eJLTV charges the battery while in use, fully recharging the lithium-ion battery within 30 minutes. This eliminates the need for a charging infrastructure, which remains one of the most significant challenges to the widespread electrification of the tactical wheeled vehicle fleet. For many years, we've been developing, testing, and evolving hybrid electric variants of our heavy and medium-duty tactical wheeled vehicles, said John Bryant, Executive Vice President for Oshkosh Corporation and President of Oshkosh Defense. Now with the eJLTV, we're offering our military customers an affordable way to electrify their light tactical wheeled vehicle fleet without compromising the off-road performance or superior protection necessary in combat operations. JLTV Weapons Integration. While it may be a tactical vehicle designed during the Afghan-Iraq era, the JLTV has also, since its inception, been envisioned as a platform able to perform lethal war missions in major combat against a peer adversary. We can integrate just about any weapon, George Mansfield, Vice President, Joint Programs, Oshkosh Defense, told Warrior in an interview. The JLTV, which has been armed with weapons such as a grenade launcher or .50 caliber machine gun, is now being armed with heavier weapons to include anti-tank missiles, counter-drone weapons, and more lethal mounted guns. The JLTV was recently armed with the Enlos Spike in Estonia in a test designed to show that the missile can hit targets up to 32 kilometers. The Oshkosh JLTV has also been armed with transportable, built-in 120mm mortar weapons able to fire on elevated enemy positions while on the move in combat. A more heavily armed JLTV introduces new tactical dynamics for ground commanders who might be primarily inclined to use the vehicle for scouting, reconnaissance, or small group troop transport missions. A missile-armed JLTV could not only help provide air and missile defense for tactical and combat vehicles and convoys or moving to contact with an enemy, but also open up new possibilities for direct attack. The JLTV is also networked for modern applications of combined arms maneuver, which call for more disaggregated yet highly integrated combat platforms able to gather, process, and share targeting specifics in real time across the force. This includes SATCOM connectivity, force tracking digital mapping technology, radio communications, and other kinds of integrated sensor coordination. Part of the concept when it comes to adding heavier weapons to the JLTV pertains to questions related to speed and expeditionary warfare. Of course, more heavy weapons such as anti-tank or air defense fires gave the vehicle new attack capabilities, but also enabled previously impossible offensive combat maneuvers. A JLTV is much faster and more deployable than other armored combat vehicles, and the increased ranges and precision with which weapons can strike can bring forces closing with the enemy and anti-armor capability on a deployable, lighter-weight tactical wheeled vehicle.